The razor slips from my soapy fingers and hits the floor of the porcelain clawfoot tub with a high-pitched crack, snapping me back to the present. A little voice at the back of my head says I'm being just a touch melodramatic. My life isn't terrible. I own a beautiful cottage-style bungalow. I have an incredibly supportive family. My business is about to reopen its doors in just a matter of hours. So why do all of these wonderful things seem dwarfed by the fact that I don't have a man in my life? In any case, the clock is ticking and I can't stand in the shower trying to drown my frustrations all day. Okay, time for a harsh pep talk. Get it together, Vivian. It's way too early in the morning for an existential crisis. Today is the reopening of the cupcake shop. It's no time for weakness. Since the broken cupcake burned down 4 months ago, my sister Reese and I have been working our butts off to get to this day. It's going to be perfect, and I'm not about to let anything ruin it. My resolve is firm as I stomp out of the shower. I wipe the steam off of the mirror, dry my skin, and spread my towel neatly on the brass rack. Standing back, I clench my fingers on my hips and tilt my body, searching for my most flattering angle. All is not lost. I still have a perky butt at the very least. Regardless, I'm done taking chances. I smooth an extra dab of rejuvenating serum on my butt cheeks today, sort of like an insurance policy. Half an hour later, my dark hair is in a basic chignon, and I'm dressed in a simple white blouse, a vintage circle skirt, and low peep-toe heels. I slip on my warm tweed jacket and lock up the house behind me. The early morning air is nippy. As I hustle down the cobblestone driveway and climb into my practical and reliable Chevrolet, there's no sign of daybreak on the horizon. It doesn't matter, though. Today, I'm going to focus on the things I can control. The success of the bakery's reopening is one of those things. 1. Vivian. 7:42 a.m. I run through my checklist again, reticking each item with my freshly sharpened pencil. Stock napkin dispensers? Check. Fill milk and cream carafes? Check. Update chalkboard sign with special of the week? Check. Today is the big day, and it has to go off without a hitch. Gray pubes notwithstanding. As much as I'd love to hide out under my blanket and mope about this morning's rough start, there are more pressing matters at hand. The broken cupcake finally reopens its doors today. After the original location burned to the ground, Reese and I immediately sprang into action to get it up and running again. It took longer than expected, but the day is finally here, and as soon as the clock strikes 8 o'clock, we'll be open for business. Because of the troubling discovery I made in the shower a few hours ago, the success of this event is more important than ever. My body may be rebelling against me, the other side of my bed may be cold, but this cupcake shop works, and I'll do what I have to do to protect that. I tuck the clipboard under my arm and stand back, canvassing the space one more time. Pink-framed photos of fresh fruit and decadent desserts line the whitewashed brick walls. The concrete floors have been buffed to perfection. The spotless white counters gleam. Vibrant succulents line the edge of the large picture window overlooking the strip mall's sidewalk. Cushy pink chairs surround the shabby wooden tables. The bakery's decor is a cozy and very deliberate combination of rustic artisanal and chic. Our realtor did some hardcore pitching to get me to agree to this new location because initially I wasn't sold. Our previous shop had been in the heart of town, between the flower shop and the jewelry store. Now we're in a strip mall a block from town square, sandwiched between the secondhand bookstore and an empty space with newspaper covering the windows. There's also a butcher's shop, a pizzeria, and a drugstore at the other end of the strip. The surrounding businesses tend to attract a lot of traffic, so I'm optimistic that we'll be able to convert some of that traffic into cupcake enthusiasts. Despite our limited budget, I've put an aggressive plan in place for that purpose. I've got a few hundred flyers printed out, I've got a stack of business cards in each of the neighboring shops, and I've got a chalkboard sign announcing our grand opening in the hopes of luring people in the front door. All those things working together should help us to quickly gain some traction. Reese is at the display case artfully arranging the cupcakes beneath the glass.